Hello everyone and welcome back to the Low Angels Academy channel. In our previous video, we introduced the Nigeria Tax Act 2025, Associated Acts and Taxes.
In today's video, we'll explain the personal income tax in detail and teach you how to calculate your personal income tax.
So what is personal income tax? Personal income tax is the tax paid by individuals on their income. This income can come from salaries and wages, business profits, sole proprietors, professional fees, freelance work, other personal income. Under the Nigeria Tax Act 2025, personal income tax has been reorganized and simplified to make it fairer and clearer. Now let's see who pays personal income tax. The following people pay personal income tax: employees working in public or private organizations, self-employed individuals, freelancers, professionals, and consultants, sole traders and artisans, partners in partnerships. In fact, if you earn income as an individual, personal income tax applies to you. Now let's talk about PAYE and how it relates to personal income tax. PAYE means pay as you earn. PAYE is not a separate tax. It is simply the method used to collect personal income tax from salary earners. How PAYE works. Your employer calculates your tax every month. The tax is deducted from your salary. Then your employer remits it to the State Internal Revenue Service. So when you hear pay, just remember, it is personal income tax collected monthly from employees. Let's talk about taxable income under PIT. It's important to note that not all income is fully taxed. Under the NTA 2025, taxable income is what remains after allowable deductions and reliefs. Common taxable income includes basic salary, allowances, bonuses. From these taxable income, some deductions may apply, such as pension contributions, approved reliefs under the Tax Act, example, rent relief. After applying the allowable deductions, the remaining amount is what is taxed using the PIT rates. Now let's look at the new personal income tax bands under NTA 2025. One major change under the NTA 2025 is the new progressive tax bands. This means lower income earners pay less tax. Higher income earners pay more tax. The simplified personal income tax bands can be illustrated as follows. The first portion of income, that is to say the first $800,000, is taxed 0%. The lower income band, that is to say the next $2,200,000, is taxed 15%. The middle income bands, that is to say the next $9 million, $13 million, and $25 million, are taxed 18%, 21%, and 23% respectively. The highest income band above, the $50 million, is taxed 25%. This structure is designed to protect low-income earners and make the system fairer. Let's look at rent relief. Under the NTA 2025, actually, one of the most talked about changes in the NTA 2025 is rent relief. So what is rent relief? Rent relief allows individuals who pay rent for their personal residence to reduce their taxable income. Under the NTA 2025, you can deduct the lower of 20% of annual rent paid, or 500,000 naira. It's important to note that the rent relief only applies to rent for where you live. It does not apply to shop rent or office rent. For example, if you pay 1 million rent per year, 20% of 1 million equals 200,000. 200,000 is allowed as rent relief. If you pay 3 million rent per year, 20% of that rent is 600,000. 500,000 is allowed as rent relief. This reduces your taxable income and lowers your tax. Simple personal income tax calculation example. Let's use a simple example. Assuming your annual income equals 4 million and your annual rent equals 800,000. Follow these steps to calculate your personal income tax. Step 1. Calculate rent relief. So 20% of 800,000 equals 160,000. Step 2. Calculate taxable income. 4 million. Annual income, 160,000. Rent relief equals 3,840,000. Step 3. Apply PIT rates on taxable income. Here, tax is calculated using the applicable income bands. Let's look at personal income tax filing and compliance. Now for employees. Your employer deducts PAYE monthly. Your employer remits your PAYE and that of other employees to the State Internal Revenue Service. Annual PAYE returns must be filed by your employer. For self-employed individuals, you must file annual personal income tax returns yourself. You pay tax based on your declared income. Failure to comply may lead to penalties under the Nigeria Tax Administration Act 2025. So what does this mean for you? Salary earners should understand their payslips. Rent relief can significantly reduce your personal income tax. Personal and business transactions should be properly labeled and documented in other to avoid paying tax on non-taxable income. Self-employed persons must keep proper financial records of their businesses. Knowing your personal income tax helps you avoid overpayment and penalties. Filing of annual personal income tax returns for sole proprietors is unavoidable, and failure to comply will result to fines. Sole proprietors with a business turnover above 800,000 naira annually can upgrade to a limited liability company. So, this brings us to the end of our discussion on personal income tax under the Nigeria Tax Act 2025. In the next video, we'll break down company income tax, who qualifies as a small company, and how businesses can legally reduce their tax burden. If this video helped you, like it, subscribe to the channel, share it with someone who needs clarity. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.